Mosaic Restaurant in Auburn this evening. Very excited. It's the first time I've had a chance to eat here. The chef, Chris, was working with Thomas Kellerman in French Laundry in Napa, and so he has a very, very good lineage. But it is all about fusion, which can be a little tricky. But the menu's looking interesting, and we're going to go in and have a look at the wine list in a second. I'm going to talk a little bit about the food with this wine. This is the first really terrific matching that they've had tonight. They've done seared foie gras with a little bit of shallots, which is in a bit of a red wine reduction. And I haven't gone into this yet, but it's cold foie gras with chocolate. And then there's a cherry confit kind of emulsion. But the foie gras with the semi-sweet Riesling is bang on. In fact, it augments the wine. It's quite interesting just how much more action you're getting out of the wine when it's eaten with this food. Foie gras is sensational and always goes well with sweet wines, certainly the Sauternes and stuff like that. It's always been terrific. But this has really, really worked, and it's made the most of the marriage between food and wine so far for the evening. The food's getting quite complicated now. One of the things that I always like to subscribe to is the notion that a truly simple dish with simple flavors is always the best. We're getting complicated here. We've got balsamic action infused. We've got sort of Middle Eastern spice things going on, which texturally is very, very interesting. And then brilliantly made venison, just fabulous. One of the tricks of balsamic is a really tough thing to pair with wine. It's risky for all kinds of reasons. It often fights with the wine, it often gives the wrong kind of acid profile, so it's a tricky thing to do. So I'm going to avoid the balsamic for the purposes of matching with the venison. I'm just going to have the venison with this sesame seed kind of dry, spicy kind of flavoring that they've got over here, and that really, really is working for me. I'm really in love with this wine, and I'm very, very jazzed about it. I'm going to look for it in the database for Singapore. On a blind tasting, like for the fact that there's Carmenere in it, I would suspect that it was an Old World and a Bordeaux wine. It really is fantastic. The thing about the Carmenere and quite a lot of dominant Petit Verdot is it's quite spicy, and that comes through and matches really well with the venison. So taking the balsamic out of this dish, just a fantastic pairing. This is codfish with truffles and Parma ham with a pomegranate coulis. And over here we've got looks like enoki mushrooms with braised scallop. Yep. Okay.
Second with venison loin, served with milk and cardamom jelly, roasted eggplant puree, served with dukkha spices that's made from hazelnut, sesame seeds, coriander, and sumac.
Brilliant.
Served in a martini-infused balsamic reduction.
Fantastic. What do you got?
And you get the roasted baby lamb, served on star anise cinnamon-infused carrot puree, and topped with mandarin emulsion.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you.
This is the potato puree.
All right. Thanks a lot. Just quickly on the food and wine matching here. This is a ginger flower sorbet, which is amazingly fragrant and gentle and soft. It's really beautiful, gorgeously made. This is a white chocolate mousse and a rosewater coulis. All of these flavors and all of these constructs in the dessert are delicate, gentle, and perfumed. And even despite the fact that the port is quite light and not a very heavy-duty port, it's just not cutting the mustard with this at all. In terms of what I would drink with this kind of a dish, I actually think the champagne, the Nicolas Fianti, would have been absolutely sensational with this. It needs something which texturally is a little different and certainly doesn't want any more syrupy sweetness with it. So, whilst it's a great port, it's, in my humble opinion, and with food and wine fusion there's no rules, but certainly for my approach to it, I don't think it's a terrific marriage, but on its own, terrific.